The first time Evan Cole considered ending it all, he was sitting on a city bus with nothing but a duffel bag and a folded eviction notice in his pocket. Not one person made eye contact. The man who used to captain the high school debate team, who once got accepted into Georgetown, was now 26, broke, and invisible. Just 6 months earlier, Evan had a plan: finish his MBA, propose to his girlfriend, and launch a startup with his best friend. But then life hit like a runaway train. His father died of sudden stroke. His scholarship got revoked due to low grades. His best friend caught embezzling from the startup and skipped town. And the girlfriend? She left a note that read, "I can't carry both of us anymore." Evan lost everything: his apartment, his confidence, and most painfully, his belief that he mattered. So there he was, on the 8:47 p.m. Route 92 bus in Atlanta, thinking of ways to disappear without making a mess. That's when the bus jerked, and an elderly man slid into the seat next to him. Corduroy jacket, frayed cuffs, eyes like they'd seen war and probably had. Evan barely looked up until the man spoke. You ever feel like the whole world's moving forward, and you're just a smudge in the rear view? Evan didn't respond, but his silence was answer enough. The man leaned back and said, "Lost my wife 3 years ago. Cancer. Retired early. Sold the house. Figured I was done." He paused. "Then I met this kid in a coffee shop. Looked like you. Shoulders heavy with ghosts." Evan blinked. Slowly, the man continued. "Kid was about to give up. Said he had nothing left. I told him the same thing I'm about to tell you." He turned, looked Evan dead in the eye, and said, "Nothing left means nothing holding you back. I repeat, nothing left means nothing holding you back." Evan exhaled sharply, like something had cracked open. The man stood at the next stop. Before exiting, he pulled a crumpled business card from his coat and pressed it into Evan's palm. "Just a number," he said, "in case you ever decide to start over instead of ending it." The doors hissed, and he was gone. Evan sat still for a full minute. Then he looked at the card. It wasn't a suicide hotline. It was a flyer for a free coding bootcamp for veterans and disadvantaged youth, sponsored by a local nonprofit. That night, Evan didn't go back to the shelter. He went to the address on the flyer. They gave him coffee, a cot, and a chance. The program was brutal. 6 days a week, 8-hour sessions, and no room for excuses. But for the first time in years, Evan wasn't just breathing. He was fighting. He slept on floors, ate donated meals, and coded like his life depended on it, because it did. 6 months later, he graduated top of his class. He got a remote internship with a mid-sized tech firm in Colorado. By the end of the year, they offered him a job. Evan moved into a tiny apartment with a mattress, a whiteboard, and a fire in his chest. He didn't forget that bus ride. He didn't forget the man with the war eyes and worn-out jacket. So Evan started visiting shelters, offering basic coding classes to anyone who'd listen. One bus stop turned into 10. One life change turned into dozens. And 5 years later, Evan Cole stood on stage at a national tech summit, accepting an award for launching the largest free tech pipeline for low-income youth in the state. When asked how it all started, he said this: "One bus ride, one conversation, one man who saw me when I didn't even see myself. That's all it took to change everything." And in the crowd, sitting quietly in the back row, was the old man in the corduroy jacket, smiling. The moral of this story is that rock bottom isn't the end. It's the foundation where true purpose is often built. Do you enjoy our story? Kindly give us a like and comment below on what you have learned from this story. Also, subscribe to our channel to encourage us to bring you more motivating stories. See you in the next video.